Hey guys, Micah from Black Bear Custom Kydex. Today we have a really nice knife to show you. This is the first time I've actually worked on anything from this maker. So let me go ahead and give a big shout out to Kornscraft, the maker of this knife. Morgan over there made this knife. This is his original design, and I believe this is a one-off custom. So I'm not sure if this is something you'd be able to order from him. You honestly have to contact him to find out. And I encourage you to do that if you're in the market for any kind of custom blade, because there are a lot of guys out there making knives, but only a handful are really stepping up and doing a top tier job. So in my opinion, as far as custom knife makers goes, this is the only piece of his I've actually held in hand, but you can browse his social media and see some of the other options, and man, oh man, he does it right. So guys, let me read off a couple of the specs on this particular knife for you. Obviously, we are looking at a really nice camo pattern here on this beautiful Nitro V steel, which is one of my favorite forgeable steels as far as a user goes. I don't know anything about forging really, but as far as a user, I love Nitro V. The handle scales, I don't know. I think they are G10, I'd imagine. Nice FDE type color, and clearly this has a little bit of a military, or not a little bit, a lot of military styling to it, and that draws my eye as well. But I don't doubt it's capable in the field either, as far as a bushcrafter or just an overall camp knife goes. And I can tell you right now, this sucker is sharp. Look at that beautiful sharpened spine there. I love this knife. All right, so we're looking at 13.5 inches overall, 7.5 inch blade, 1.75 inches blade width, and my customer Dave said that it's a 0.2 inch blade thickness, and I measured with my calipers over here. I got about plus or minus 0.195, but if you look at it, it does look like it gets a little thicker out into the spine. So I'd believe that it's 0.2 inches out through here and about 0.195 here, obviously getting thinner into the blade grind and sharpened spine and all that. So those are the specs on the blade. So the Koenscraft Commando, like I said, I think this is a custom one-off, but definitely reach out to Morgan over at Koenscraft and find out more if you're interested in something like this. So to my eye and to my hand, this is what I said to Dave, the customer. I said, man, this thing just looks and feels like what the Tahoma field knife from Tops wants to be. And I don't want to give heads up comparisons between knives a lot, because subtle differences can make a real big difference in terms of performance, but it's just to me what this looks like and feels like. But I'd love your opinions down below. Is this reminiscent of anything? Do you guys agree with my assessment? It kind of looks like the Tahoma field knife should look or wants to look. And I'm not knocking the TFK either. I love that knife, but man, this is just a cut above in my opinion. So FDE, I'm going to call it G10. Blood red liners. I love how this thing looks. It's just superb. So Dave, who you guys might know as This Old Sword, has I'm going to link him in the description box down below so you can check out his Instagram. I don't know if I think he's got a YouTube. I'll put his channel link down below as well if he does. And you guys are going to go check him out, I would encourage. But yeah, he ordered a really nice, simple, elegant sheath, just black and tan basket weave. The eyelets are spaced at 3/4 inches on center, and it just facilitates a variety of different carry setups that he's going to be able to choose from and install himself. The edges, of course, are fused, buffed, and then hand sanded with a sanding sponge to bring it to a little bit of a satin or matte finish. And that reinforcement plate with the tan really makes the sheath feel a lot more rigid than it would otherwise. So it's obviously a very simple setup. I don't have a whole lot to talk about or show you on this, but let me give you a quick fit and finish demo. Got a nice click in, no rattle, no play. Excellent retention, and very nice, buttery smooth, easy draw. So why is the retention so good, and why is the draw still so easy? The reason is because, first off, there's a lot of contour on this handle for the sheath to grip onto. So that gives you the ability to put ample retention on it. Why the draw is so nice is because you can see little relief blocking, which is just these gaps that are formed at the top and bottom. That relief blocking allows parts of the handle to draw through, in and out smoothly. And the combination of those two things, plus the placement of the eyelets, allows you to get the sheath at the mouth to separate as that moves in and out. So essentially, when acted on by enough outside force, you can get the sheath mouth to spread open and release the handle. Otherwise, if you're just going to do a grip and rip it, the draw feels pretty stiff. I actually don't like that draw at all. I don't like doing grip it and rip it draws ever. The only time I'd ever do it is in an absolute emergency if I needed it and it just, was the kind of natural instinct to do it like that. But I really prefer to draw controlled and smooth. And so what I do, there are a few different ways you can draw this. Obviously, grip it and rip it, or you can place your thumb down low on the thumb ramp, and I'm going to move my other fingers away just so you can see. As you push inward, it helps to spread that sheath open, and once you're past that retention point, it just kind of sails free. Now what I prefer to do is I like to get a good deep grip with my fingers here, so I complete a full grip really. The only thing I'm not doing is I'm not going to complete the grip fully with my index, because then I'd be squeezing the mouth of the sheath onto the handle. So you want to avoid that. But the other three fingers are on nice and tight, and my index is just kind of floating here. Now I'm going to go ahead and push right on top, right in the middle with my thumb, and that comes off nice and smooth. The reason it works well is because the grip is nice and deep, so you have a lot of backward torque when you start to engage this motion with your hand. You're separating the handle from the sheath, but you're also putting your knuckle pretty much right up into a spot that helps to spread the bottom of this sheath open. So any motion that kind of enables that that spreading helps to relieve the tension on the knife and therefore pop free. Now what you don't want to do is just grip your handle willy-nilly and try to push at the top center. You can do it, but it takes a lot more force, and it's actually kind of painful on the tip of the thumb. You can see the indents on my thumb. It doesn't feel great. So what you want to do is deep grip, top centered, or kind of loose grip, bottom center. You can obviously also grab one of those sides and manually move it sideways. That'll work too, but this is the more natural feel to it in my opinion. So any which way is going to be good to go, but let me know what you guys think down below of this sheath, of this knife. If you happen to own any Kornscraft knives, I would love your opinions down below of what your experience has been, not only with the company, but with the individual knives or knife that you've got from them. I just really am interested to find more out about Kornscraft myself, and I might be contacting them soon for a custom build of my own, because I am that in love with this knife. I absolutely love it. So guys, please go check out Kornscraft. Go check out this old sword, a gentleman named Dave who ordered this from me. And of course, I appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, and the comments on my videos, and shares if you're so inclined. So as always guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and stick around for the next video. God bless.